Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Jake here from the NRUK Racing League, and welcome back to the NRUK Cup Series for round number 11 here today at the Michigan International Speedway. Here at this 2-mile oval, we're set for 30 laps of Cup Series action. The NRUK Cup Series continues on in season number 4 as we get ever closer to approaching the chase. That cut-off race is coming in a couple of weeks' time at Indianapolis. So these guys have got to get down to the business end now. Got to start putting in those performances, getting those wins, and sealing their spot in the chase for the NRUK Cup Series crown. Welcome back again, everyone, to the channel today. Thank you so much for joining us once more. Without further ado, let's get into your starting lineup for today's event. On pole, the hot streak continues for Hendrick Motorsports. It's Alexander Rowe in the 24 to his outside teammate in the 88. That is Eli Bright in the second row. We have Riley Spurley Tube in the 19 and Jake Richardson. And then two great performances in qualifying from these two underdog teams. Luke Evans and William Duncan, they will be both starting on row 3. So great performances by them. Behind them, Keith Stevens, season 1 champion, and Keegan Thompson, the man who's won 3 races this season. Last race winner, Evan Hunter, in the 11 for Joe Gibbs Racing is next. And rounding out your top 10, Cody Smart. So that kind of rounds out your top 10. A few other guys you see there in the field. There was a particularly poor performance in qualifying from both of the Richard Childers racing cars. William Bullen and Luke Rainey struggling for pace early on. And they're going to have to work their way through the field. So is this man as well. Colton Yo in the 14, our Daytona 500 champion. Unfortunately failed inspection after qualifying. He will have to start from the rear and will have to work his way from the back towards the front. This one should be a fun one once again. And looking forward to seeing these guys out on the racetrack for the 11th time this season. I believe everyone here is rolling off the grid, and they are. So good start. Everyone has managed to get off of pit lane here, on to the high banks of Michigan International Speedway, and we are ready for racing. Like we said, it's crunch time now for these drivers to try and get into the chase. Remember, it's top 10 in points, and then the 2 wildcard spots goes to the 2 drivers with the most wins between 11th and 20th in the standings. And actually, someone has pulled down to the apron there. It's the 42 of Nathan Stapleton. And this is not the start that the 42 team was wanting. He's kind of, well, you looked at going back up into the starting lineup here, but an issue on the 42. Nathan Stapleton might not even make it to the green flag here, and that could be disastrous for a team that's currently just barely inside the top 10 in points. This misstart or this early retirement for Stapleton could really affect his position in the standings and could affect his chances of getting into the Cup Series chase field. He does not have a win this season either, so he doesn't have that to fall back on. And the worst possible start for the 42 team. So while him and the pace car come down pit road, the other 40 drivers are going to get ready to go racing here at Michigan. Alexander Rowe and Eli Bright on the front row here. 40 drivers coming to the green flag for 30 laps. Green flag in the air, we're racing at Michigan. Oh my god, 4 wide already. That's not what we want to see. Nolan Scott hurling his 12 car in there. And this will be a very, very unideal start for these drivers. Keegan Thompson, I think, is going to back out of it. And allow them just to go 3 wide instead. So sensible driving from the 48. As they continue to make moves here early on. Alexander Rowe looks like he's going to come across the start-finish line in the lead on lap number 1. Richardson clears in for second. Here comes his 2 Penske teammates, Keith Stevens and Nolan Scott. So the front 2 get clear here on lap number 1, while the rest of them jostle in a pack behind them. Look at the speed they take into turns 1 and 2. It is quite incredible. 185 miles an hour. Can Richardson find a run down the backstretch? The front 3 now have got clear, so it's Rowe in the lead. Richardson in second. Keith Stevens, season 1 champion, in third. He's not had the greatest of year. Has the 2 team, but maybe they can get back to victory lane today. Can that Miller Lite Ford Mustang potentially do something. All the Penske cars having great runs here early on. All three of their cars inside the top 5. Nonagon Scott has now again cleared himself as the cars once again going to turns 1 and 2. Some guys here beginning to break away from the pack and form kind of more of a single file line here. Are we going to see some passes here coming up soon? And there will be one here for second. Keith Stevens drops low on the 22 of Jake Richardson. Can he clear his teammate? It looks like he is going to get the better drive off the turn. Keith Stevens up to P2. As Richardson acts as the cork in the bottle, because now here comes his other teammate, Nonagon Scott, looking to advance into the top 3 here early on. 2 Stuart Haas racing cars. And follow behind him, that is Max Rossi and also William Seaman. Right now, Jeff Bright has had a good start. Up inside the top 10, Mathis Wells, Spurley Tube and Hunter as well. And position change for second again here maybe. Nonagon Scott looks to the inside, can't get it cleared. Stevens with a good run on the high side. Rose led the opening 5 laps. Keith Stevens second, Nonagon Scott third. So distance back to the 2 Stuart Haas boys of Rossi and Seaman. Look at Mathis Wells making some nice early progress. The 2 car has closed the gap here on the 24. Can he maybe get past him? Continues to work that car hard. And you can see a trend here really in the teams that are inside the top 10 here. All kind of, we've got a few Hendrick representatives. All Penske are up here. Some Stuart Haas cars, most of the Joe Gibbs racing cars are up here as well, and Hendrick Motorsports, I think I've already mentioned. How about Roman Fenway, just on the cusp of the top kind of 12 here, doing a nice run for Roush Fenway Racing. Joe Rutkowski, who's our current points leader at the moment. And meanwhile, at the front, we do have a change for the lead. Keith Stevens past the 24, new leader at Michigan. It's Penske Racing's Keith Stevens towards the front. Rose slots in behind him for second. He might look to regain that lead quickly, or is he going to be under pressure here from Nonagon Scott or Max Rossi? But Keith Stevens is out in front and out in the lead here. Rowe will get clear for second as Rossi, Wells and Scott continue to battle for third. And look at Mathis Wells, big bold 3-wide move to the inside. Incredibly brave move from Mathis Wells, but he's going to make it stick, and that 18 car is flying up through the field here. Straight up into third place. It was a bold move, but he made it work. And Wells up into P3. Continue to go 3-wide behind him. Nonagon Scott's not having the greatest of times right now. Stuck 3-wide on the high side, and he is losing positions and losing ground at quite a fast rate so far. Back out in front. They're catching the lap car, I believe, of Nathan Stapleton. So this could throw a spanner into the works potentially. Now these 2 guys have had the strongest cars all day, but talk about Mathis Wells. He has flown his way up through the field here in the 18. That Toyota Camry looks very, very fast indeed. He got a great run down the backstretch. Now looking to take second place away from Alexander Rowe. Wells, of course, the most winningest driver ever in NRUK history. He has 7 wins, I believe, in the NRUK. It's not a lot, but he is the most winningest driver. Just edging out Tim Garrett at the moment. And here we go. Lead change maybe again. Alexander Rowe looking to go back out in front. Battling with fellow champion Keith Stevens. 2 champions at the front. Your Season 3 champion Rowe. Your Season 1 champion Keith Stevens. Max Rossi joining the mix here for the lead battle. It's a great 4-way battle for the lead here at Michigan on lap number 9. Good, hard, aggressive racing from all of these drivers. But none of them have been able to pass Stevens at the moment. Rossi now clears into third. Wells will settle for fourth. For fifth right now is Jeff Bright in the 9 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. Still haven't seen a caution yet today, so these drivers keeping it clean so far here at Michigan. And Stevens, you have to credit the job he's done so far. He got past Rowe and has stayed there. And now here comes the 41 of Max Rossi for second place. The 41 car currently runs second in points. He's had a solid season so far. This team has yet to find victory lane. Can he do it today at Michigan? Look at Jeff Bright joining the battle. Evan Hunter trying to put that 11 car for 2 in a row. But Wells to the inside. The 18 looks like he has a very, very strong car indeed. You have to think he's going to be running up front pretty much all day long, unless he has some sort of misfire or accident involving that car. While they continue to battle for second, Keith Stevens is loving what he's seeing in his mirror right now, because he can just maintain that gap in front of the second place car and continue to remain in the lead here. Nice battle for fourth between all three Hendrick Motorsports cars here, both the Brights and Rowe. Hunter involved, Jake Richardson back up towards the front. Roman Fenway's inside the top 10 right now, as is Joe Rutkowski, points leader, who comes into the day with a 1 point lead over Max Rossi, but he's had a good year. I believe he's won at Vegas, it was. Driving that Chip Ganassi Racing Chevrolet. Can he continue to build on an impressive season so far and take that key momentum into the chase, should he get there? And you think Rutkowski and those should be pretty home and dry, but you never know. A few bad races and they could be staring down the barrel and having to fight for their place in the chase. Meanwhile, back up front, Keith Stevens has been caught by Max Rossi and Mathis Wells, and I believe they are catching the 42 car and Nathan Stapleton as well. That could be a problem for these leaders. Stapleton could throw a spanner into the works, and they are catching him. What lap will they catch him? You think it's got to be soonish, or sooner rather than later, so to speak. Stevens, Rossi and Wells, who lead right now. And now here goes Max Rossi for the lead. 41 car to the inside. Can he clear the 2 car before he reaches Nathan Stapleton? Keith Stevens remaining strong in that high lane. Can he get the run off the turn that he's looking for? He will. Stevens stays out front. Great driving from the 2 car. Now Jeff Bright and Evan Hunter have a run to the inside. My apologies for the coughing fit there, lads. Stevens does a nice job of defending that lead. Wells probably got the worst of it, getting caught up on the high side there, because he's been passed by Jeff Bright and Evan Hunter. They continue to battle. 42 car Stapleton is there. How much of an impact is he going to have on the 2 car Keith Stevens? And is this going to allow Rossi or Bright to play and race their way into this one? Stapleton goes high. They can't get around the lap car right now. Rossi chooses the high side. Jeff Bright chooses the inside. Looks like Jeff Bright might get clear here for second place. Across the stripe this time will be halfway through this one. And it's been a race dominated by this man, Keith Stevens. He's come under pressure in the last couple of laps from Max Rossi, but has just continued to pull away once again. He has to navigate the lap traffic of Nathan Stapleton though. Will he get past him? And he's in fact pulled massively away from the rest of these drivers again. They're battling very hard for second. Evan Hunter now looking to the inside. Eli Bright, Jeff Bright's son, worked his way inside the top 5. Alexander Rowe there is there as well. He led the opening kind of portion of this race, the first 5 laps or so. Mathis Wells has looked to have a strong car all day. But the order here isn't much changing. How about Derek Hamill in the 32 for Go Fast Racing? Having a fantastic run in P12. Great effort from Derek Hamill. He was a shock winner at Kansas earlier this year. He's had a great season, and great to see Derek doing so well in the NRUK Cup Series. Down the backstretch they go again. Stevens still hasn't got past Stapleton. They battle hard behind them. This is for 4th place. Rossi looking to clear Eli Bright. Mathis Wells trying to get a good run. And this brings Rutkowski, Fenway and Seaman into the equation as well. Look at them all fan out down the front stretch. Pretty good racing here. Alexander Rowe maybe going to look to take it 3 wide here. He will. 24 car looks towards the inside. Thinks better off it. And allows Wells to slot into that position. Stapleton is holding up Keith Stevens. But how much can we consider this holding up? Because the 9 and the 11 aren't catching him right now. That's Jeff Bright and Evan Hunter. Stapleton isn't making it easy though for Keith Stevens to pass him. And a 9 car closed considerably in 3 and 4 that time. Might only be a matter of time before Jeff Bright works his way towards the lead. The 2 car now looking to clear the 42. Can he get past him? Stapleton will not give up his lap. He wants to stay on the lead lap in case of a caution. Then he can rejoin the field and potentially fight for this win. Look at the run that Jeff Bright got through the backstretch. But he couldn't clear the 11 of Evan Hunter, who got an even better run. Forced the 9 up the racetrack, and now can Evan Hunter potentially pass Keith Stevens for the lead here. He won't, because the 9 car decided to give the help to Keith Stevens instead. But they cannot get past the 42 and Nathan Stapleton. Max Rossi's now brought into the battle again. Eli Bright and Mathis Wells dragged up towards the front. But they cannot get past the 2 of Keith Stevens, who looks too good at the moment. Looks way too good. He's just having a problem getting past Nathan Stapleton. So next time when he gets held up by the 42, these guys have got to make better of their chances. Got to use that run that they get to a much better effect. Maybe they can do it this time, because Jeff Bright trying to find a big run down the front stretch, and he does have it. Looks inside. The 9 car to the point at Michigan. He's going to get across the side of the 2. But the 2 car might be just too strong on that high side. Coming off of 2. He is. Keith Stevens looks absolutely unstoppable at the moment. It's now Evan Hunter's turn to try and get towards the high side. The 11 car wants to go 2 in a row. Who can blame him for it either? It's all about whether they can pass this man right now. Eli Bright is up there. Mathis Wells. Look at Roman Fenway for Roush Fenway Racing. Inside the top 10. Great day for him so far. Derek Hamill continues to impress. Luke Evans having a solid run. At the moment, Alex Fletcher finally is, getting in a good run. He's had a torrid time lately. Back here, Keegan Thompson struggling. Colton Yo's done a pretty decent job to work himself up to 19th from the rear of the field. So credit to Colton. He's had a good car and he's done all right to get to that position. Go through the rest of the field. Charbois struggling. Tim Gary struggling. Some of the big names here who are on the cusp of the chase are struggling right now. Mac Johnson not having the greatest day right now. He's inside the top 10. William Bulin struggling massively. And again, they've caught the 42 of Stapleton. Keith Stevens really needs to get past him. The Brights are teaming up on the high side against the JGR boys on the inside. The Brights against Hunter and Wells. Jeff Bright clears for second right now. They've got to stop battling for second though. They've got to get up to the 2 car while he is being held up by the 42 of Stapleton. Jeff Bright too far back to get a run this time, and before you know it, Keith Stevens could get past the 42 and clear him. If he does clear him, we might have to consider this race game over for the rest of the field. Good run through the turn, but the 9 car has closed. Can Jeff Bright find a run this time? He won't have the help from Evan Hunter, but he's getting a big suck off the 2. Can he dip low? He can't this time. He decides to stay on the back bumper of Keith Stevens. Stapleton's not going away just yet. Here they go down the front stretch. It's a drag race for the lead. Stevens has been strongest. Jeff Bright cannot get there. Will the 2 car clear him? Look at the run Evan Hunter got on the 11. Incredible run from Evan Hunter. But this has been Keith Stevens' strong point. 1 and 2 have been excellent for the Miller Lite Ford Mustang. That's where he's been at his best today. But he's coming under late race pressure from Jeff Bright here for the victory. 9 cars to the inside lane. Here goes Jeff Bright. Can he clear the 2 car who has dominated all race long? Jeff Bright looking to steal a victory away here from Keith Stevens. To the lead, the 9 car. Look at the run that Evan Hunter has. 5 to go at Michigan. We could see the lead change a whole host of times in his final couple of laps. Jeff Bright to the lead, very momentarily. Can Evan Hunter get there? He can't. Bright clears him and is out in front looking for the win. Keith Stevens shuffled up high. He's led so many laps during this race. Now he cannot make them count. And Jeff Bright might have stolen away a victory here. Or can Evan Hunter find something from somewhere to go 2 in a row for the 11 team? 4 to go. What will the lap car of Nathan Stapleton have to play in this as well? Hunter closed in on the line this time. Can Evan get there? We've already seen Keegan Thompson win 3 races in a row this season. Evan Hunter wants to be the 2nd driver to get consecutive wins in this year's NRUK Cup Series. He looks at the high line through 3 and 4. Max Rossi and William Seaman in third and fourth, waiting in the wings. Mathis Wells rounds out your top 5 right now. 3 to go at Michigan. Hunters remain patient. When will he make his move? He looks into turn 1 this time. He pulls alongside the 9 car of Jeff Bright. Evan Hunter, 2 in a row. Is it going to happen? He's got all the help in the world from Nathan Stapleton. Drag race down the backstretch. Hunter might clear him. Look at William Seaman and Nathan Stapleton. They gave him a huge shove that time. And Jeff Bright's lead did not last long. Evan Hunter looking for 2 in a row. But what was the lap car and Nathan Stapleton going to have here? What effect does he have on this end result? 2 laps to go. Evan Hunter, can he round up the victory? Or can William Seaman come out of nowhere and win for the 10 team? I think that lap car and Nathan Stapleton is going to be the barrier between Evan Hunter and William Seaman. Maybe gifting a win to 11 here. Seaman drops low on the 42 this time. Can he get to the 11 car? Or does Evan Hunter pull away as they come to the white flag? 11 car leads, 10 car waiting in the wings. White flag for Evan Hunter. 1 more lap around the 2 mile speedway. We've already seen it once this season when a driver has won back-to-back races. Keegan Thompson did it a few weeks ago in Rockingham. Now it is this driver's turn. Not at the best year, but now he's kick-started his season at the right time in an impressive way. He won Talladega. He's now going to go and win Michigan as well. Joe Gibbs Racing's Evan Hunter pulls off a turn 4, races down towards the stripe. Evan Hunter's going to win at Michigan and go 2 in a row. Excellent performance from Evan Hunter. He timed it right in the end. You have to feel sorry for Jeff Bright, who came also close. Keith Stevens had a lot of laps in that one as well. Can only get a top 5 to answer for it. And I know that the 11 team's going to be very happy with that. 2 wins now for them on the season. Brilliant, brilliant job. And they have won today. Second place for William Seaman. He will take that in the end. Third for Jeff Bright as a 4th for Mathis Wells in the end. 5th is Keith Stevens, Max Rossi, Eli Bright, Alexander Rowe, Joe Rutkowski and Roman Fenway round at the top 10. What a great day for Derek Hamill in 11th. Luke Evans earns a top 15. Colton Yote from 41st to 16th. I think he can see that as a win. Mitchell Collins breaks into the top 20. Zachary Lello as well. Poor day for Keegan Thompson. He finishes 21st, but he's got his 3 wins to fall back on, so he should be all right. Tim Gary and Matt Johnson, they struggled today, and so did the Richard Childers Racing cars. 29th and 34th, not what they were looking for at all. Here are the full results then. That is how they finished today. Points will be in the Discord as per usual. So make sure to check them out there. Until next time, it's been the NRUK. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you for round number 12. Goodbye.